Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys, judges, for being here. My name is Julian Carrillo. This is Oscar Martin, Maureen Mendez. And we created EasyYard, an IoT smart controller for a connected backyard. So when we began this project, we had in mind that, okay, we want to be able to control various nodes. And so essentially what we had is we have a system for a backyard that would work using various sensors. And so we wanted to be able to give the user control over their system. We wanted the system to be versatile. And so this system can be remotely accessed anywhere in the world at any time in which the user desires. And so a lot of IoT systems now, the processing is done in the cloud. And so if you have a bunch of devices on your Wi-Fi or whatnot, the cloud server can be clogged. And so I guess the difference from our project is that we were able to have the processing done on site. Therefore, we weren't clogging that cloud server. We were able to get the sensors to communicate to the central hub via Bluetooth, and then communicate the central hub over Wi-Fi to a user interface in which we were able to build.
So in regards to the sensor setup, we have a Raspberry Pi as the central processor for all the calculations and readings done from each ESP32 connected to it. And we have several sensors connected to the individual ESP32s that, again, each connect to the Raspberry Pi through a Bluetooth protocol. And each of these individual ESP32s will ideally be able to be placed in various locations across a backyard as the user wills for several data acquisition purposes.
And so there's really not much point to having a lot of data if you can't really get a message out of it. So we did data analytics on a lot of the data that was being collected over time, periods of days or some just hours that we'd collected data. And we built predictive models that could tell you, a trigger point of when a certain condition has been met to send an alert to you. And so instead of having just raw data being output to the user, we built a graphical user interface that will output custom messages that the user can manipulate by hand, or grab the sum of the data and tell you something that you might not see if you see just data in real time. And that is, and it's remote accessible and accessible on laptop and mobile. And thank you. Any questions?
Since everything was on Wi-Fi there, what I understood is, what is the security feature? Do you think about it as security?
So the whole system works off of Bluetooth, actually, so that we wouldn't interfere with, because Wi-Fi can get clogged up on like 2.4 gigahertz. There's too many. So Bluetooth, we figured, would be a communication protocol that wouldn't be used too much around the house. So what we did is, on the network that you access on directly, they have to be secure connections. They have to do the handshake and everything so that they're connected, so you can't access it from outside. And same with the graphical user interface that we set up. You can only access it locally. You can access it remotely, but just for the sake of the experiment, so it wasn't volatile, we just made it locally accessible. Mm-hmm.
Did you make any considerations for security? Is the system secure, or because the hackers are roaming around? I don't want them taking over my backyard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's so everything has to be like, what we have is only accessible to the user specifically if you know all of the connection requirements to make onto it. So you have to have like the passwords to handshakes and whatnot. So it's not, you can't just log in, like you couldn't log in directly. You have to be set up to the connection to access it remotely and such, if that answers your question.
You might want to look at a thing called Showdown. Have you ever heard of Showdown?
No, sir.
A web crawler that goes out and looks for unsecure nodes roaming around the web.
Okay.
It's going to test for it.
Gotcha. That would have been an issue if we would have done BLE, because it's just, you can just push directly to it, but using...
It would be attacking your access point, not the individual node.
Oh, gotcha. Any other questions?
You said you were using Node-RED.
Yes, sir.
Did you stand up the server?
Yes, the Raspberry Pi actually sets up the server.
You set it up as a Raspberry Pi server.
Yes, sir. Huh?
How was that?
It was actually pretty easy. It wasn't really complicated. I have experience doing that before, so it was the experience is what came in handy there.
All right.
Thank you.